Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing what's going to be happening now with Bitcoin. We are at $119,000. When is going to be the all-time high? I'm going to show you where potentially I'm going to sell. I'm going to explain to you now what could be happening with altcoins, ALTSEASON, the stock market, Solana, Ethereum, and so much more. So give me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, guys. We post a video about crypto trading every single day. And this video is brought to you by our partner, Bluefin, the best non-KYC exchange. I use it for all of my trades. I highly recommend you to sign up to Bluefin. Great exchange. But now let's go into BTC, guys. $119,200. Bitcoin doesn't want to stop, but I'm going to show you right now what could be happening, where could it be our target. So first of all, the market has been pumping, altcoins have been pumping, everybody's super happy. At the moment, guys, I'm going to be very honest with you. I am shorting this movement with Bitcoin. Am I going to get destroyed? I don't care because I have so much spot which I bought and then I'm going to sell it at a very high price. So even if I'm going to get a loss on this one, doesn't matter. But at the moment, I could be expecting a short-term retracement and I'm going to show you why. But at the same time, guys, with the VIP, we also took this very small trade in spot on XLM. Plays lots of money into this one, 75% gain, but also, guys, other members took the opportunity. You can see, of course, other members here, 80% on Pengu, Remo here, 488% on Algo. You can see other results. Walter White, guys, placing at 216%. And I'm not surprised because when, like 3 or 4 months ago, I was telling people when altcoins were destroyed, guys, I'm going to buy now, good opportunity. Nobody cared. Nobody cared. We're like, oh, but now we're going to go into a bear market, blah, blah, blah. Where with the VIP guys, we did the complete opposite. So if you really want to start to trade seriously, short term, long term, and now you want to really ride with us the last wave of alt season to know which altcoins are going to pump, guys, what do you get to do? Click the button, come on the VIP group, month by month, no lock-in contract. There's all of our trading results written over here, guys. The most transparent crypto community you can find, trading, investing, and so much more. But now let's go into BTC and let's see the point of the situation. Now, something which is making me still a little bit doubtful is the following. The BTC right now is on the verge of a historical breakout. The historical breakout you can see is the convergence with this point, 2017, 2021, and now 2025. And is it going to be able to break? The major determinant is going to be the following. So this week, guys, according to Market Watch, we're going to have a very important event. Tuesday, we're going to have CPI, and also we're going to have so many Fed members talking. They're going to talk about the potential inflation situation. So if CPI is going to come lower than expectation, I don't think that Jerome Powell and also the other Fed members have any more a reason to say we are not going to cut rates. So even as I told you so many times, the hint of a potential rate cut should trigger a parabolic move to the upside. And if that is going to happen, of course, Bitcoin could be breaking this important level of historical resistance. And what we could be seeing a continuation to the upside. In which area? Where could be going? In between here, in between $135,000 to $145,000, $140. And that's probably when I think I'm gonna sell all of my Bitcoins. I'm not gonna sell my altcoins as per year, but I'm probably gonna sell my Bitcoins, call it a day, made a huge profit, I bought at $17,000. So it's going to be great for me. And what could be happening after that? Well, some people are arguing we're going to see a continuation going to 180, 200, 300, whatever. And some people like myself are arguing that probably this could be the end of the cycle. We're going to have a major correction down for the next maybe, I don't know, 6 months, 7 months, whatever. And then we're going to see the start of a new bull market and then to continue higher. Okay, so that's 2 lines of thinking. I don't know what is going to be the right one. But when you're going to go to 135 to 145, don't be stupid. And I'm going to tell you again to say, oh, but now it's going to go to 200. Oh, but now it's going to go to 300. Oh, it's going to go to $1 million. lock in profits. And this is financial advice. Lock in the profits, because otherwise, if you reverses, you're going to lose all of your money. So be careful with that, please. They're going to be very, very important. Now, what about altcoins, altcoin season, and so much more? Sorry, before we finish with Bitcoin as well, I'm going to say as well, short term, what could be happening? Well, depending on the CPI, we need to see, because we are at a very important level of resistance right now. Also, if I'm going to go and show you with the RSI as well, I'm going to go and change here. I'm going to go and show you what's happening with the RSI is that we are basically on a multi-week level breakout. So you can see that right now we're basically touching here. If we're going to be able to break this point, guys, then it's a, I would say it's going to fly. Really, it's going to fly, continue higher, probably around this area here, as per this. And then I will start to really be very, very, very cautious of a potential pullback. But at the same time, guys, we're still below here. We have CPI. The Fed hasn't said we're going to cut rates. Jerome Powell is not resigning right now. Okay, hasn't resigned right now. And right now, BTC, it's super hyper extended. So short term, what we could be seeing, it could be a pullback, even to 112, 113,000 before continuing higher. Okay, this is going to enable to basically clean all the late longers, the euphoric guys that are just coming right now into the cycle, to then to continue higher. Okay, that's the most probable scenario that we can see right now. Now, another reason why I'm saying that we could be at the end of the cycle, and I'm also trying to really be cautious in the situation, is the fact that I'm basically utilizing this chart here. This chart is the USDT dominance coming from the cycle in 2020, 2021 to now 2024, 25. Guys, I drew this chart around July 2024 and has been spot on. You can see exactly the way that it played out. And if you actually see from here, it's saying that if I'm utilizing the same time frame, it looks like at the end of August, mid to end of August, this cycle could be over. So it's going to be over. What are we going to do? Okay, so that's the reason why I'm cautious, because this has been played up very well. And again, everything can happen. Don't get me wrong. This could be going down to here. Bitcoin can go to $300,000, but I don't care, because from the risk to reward point of view, this is going to be a time where it's better to get out and then to re-enter with in a better situation when it's not going to be so much euphoria into the market and so much more. So if you actually take this model like it was before, then what we could be seeing basically until the end of August, Bitcoin pumping from a cycle top, and then we could be seeing Bitcoin stalling, and then of course altcoins to go completely crazy. And why altcoins should be going crazy? Well, I'm going to show you right now a very good chart, which is making me very happy and I really like. It's about Ethereum to Bitcoin pair. I'm going to go on the 3 weeks pair because I think the 3 weeks has much more importance than anything else. Now, this is the Ethereum to Bitcoin pair. So as you probably know, in general, alt season has always occurred whenever we saw altcoins, of course, to go crazy. Sorry, Ethereum to go crazy, to start to go and outperform Bitcoin. Guys, we are on a cusp right now, as per the MACD from here. RSI is oversold. I'm gonna just cancel the RSI, but we are on a cusp of a crossover with the MACD, and if it's gonna be confirmed, what we could be seeing a nice reaction from Ethereum. So Ethereum right now is, compared to Bitcoin, is 0.025. It's like a 3,000. It's doing basically nothing. Shitcoin. Just kidding. It's good. But what we could be seeing, if you're going to have a meaningful crossover, because you can see that right now we've been following this 9 EMA on the 3-week chart, right? So we're going to be able to go and close above this area. Then it's going to be quite likely with a crossover with the MACD that Ethereum could be going and retest this level of diagonal resistance, which was sitting around 0.049 to 0.05, which means if Bitcoin is going to go to 140, 150,000, and then you divide this one by 0.05. And 150,000 divided by 0.05, it's around 7,500. And if we have a look at this, at Ethereum, which right now is pumping, guys, with Bitcoin almost 120,000. If you actually have a look at Ethereum and we draw a Fibonacci extension on a multi-week, as I showed you so many times from the bottom of the bear market in 2021 with a peak, and we see the extension of Fibonacci at 1.618, the chart is telling us that 7,516 could be the target for ETH. Is that possible? Well, I'm probably going to go and, again, personal preference, and this is not financial advice. I'm going to sell probably around this area. That's what I'm going to get out, okay? Only because I'm going to be happy. But at the same time, if you're going to take the ETH to BTC pair for this Fibonacci, the 7,500 is not out of the cards. So it's going to be interesting to see if you're going to be able to go that high. Also, what we can do, we can measure, as I show you so many times here. We can go, there's one point here, another point here, then it breaks out, and it gives you here again 7,300. So the possibility of Ethereum to hit probably 6,000, 7,000, 7,500 is possible, looking at all the charts. Also, like another thing that we could be seeing with the reason why Ethereum could be pumping is about the Bitcoin dominance, guys. Still very, very strong. So the Bitcoin dominance is still very strong, and the reason why is because BTC has to finish top in the cycle. The same thing happened when we saw 2021. BTC pumped like up to $68,000, $69,000, and then altcoins started to drop. We had a first drop was around here, but also look at the biggest drop was in 2020 in December. Bitcoin went to 40, I don't remember, 48, $50,000 like that. And then the Bitcoin dominance dropped like a rock. So if history going to repeat, or is Bitcoin dominance going to go to 70, 90, 100%? To me, I tend to agree more on the latter, like on the fact that we could be seeing a rejection of this Bitcoin dominance, but right now is not time yet. So to see our shit coins, low cap coins to go and start to pump like there is no tomorrow, what I want to see, first of all, I want to see a nice breakout with Ethereum. As I told you before, going to the 0.05, around 6,000, 7,000, and then all the money are going to be placed into altcoins. Okay, so that's what I can see right now. But as always, guys, I'm 55% invested, 45% in cash. And why? Because, as I told you, pullbacks are always around the corner. Factory institutions, they try to, perform these like very crazy criminal shorts and longs to basically liquidate people left, right, and center. So I like to be careful in this situation. But right now, that's what I could be seeing. Okay, so altcoin season, altcoins again looks like we're very close, but also another reason could be because Bitcoin still hasn't placed a top. And according to the USDT dominance, as I showed you before in this chart here, looks like that at the end of August we could be over, and then maybe another month of altcoins to go totally crazy, and then we can call this an end of the cycle. Is it going to be too early? I don't know. That's going to be an interesting one. Now, also what I'm talking about today, guys, is going to be the stock market as well. So stock markets is correcting a little bit. Okay, so we saw already we had a crossover from here, which is not great. Sorry, I'm going to go on the daily chart. Not a crossover, but still, we are basically, at the very top. We haven't had any meaningful correction, which I'm starting not to like, because in general, what do you want to see? You want to see correction into this market. So if you're going to keep going up like that, then expect that we're going to see a very strong correction. And that could be coming if Bitcoin goes to 135,000, then it reacts down, it goes down. S&P could be going maybe a little bit more, then have a correction, then up again, and then to continue to go higher. But at this point, guys, I know lots of people are euphoric, lots of people are calling for 8,000, 9,000, whatever. Short term, I'm a little bit more conservative, and I started to get more cautious in this regard, okay? Because again, the time to buy was here when I was basically, if you go on my Twitter, I was telling people that I was going to buy like crazy. Not now when Bitcoin is at $120,000. So be careful with this, okay? It's going to be very, very important. And guys, the last thing I want to also touch base with you today, very important, is also about something which I don't like much, okay? And this is about the US 10-year Treasury yield. You can see we are going into right now into a compression phase, okay? This compression phase has keep going for a while. And in general, whenever you see the 10 years rising, basically, it's kind of like people are parking money into government bonds, thinking that inflation basically is going to go higher, and we're going to see problems in that regard. So, in general, whenever you see risk assets to go and basically keep climbing, in general, you want to see the US 10 years falling as a direct consequence. But in this case, you can see we are at 4.4. So, my question is, why is the US 10 years going higher and Bitcoin going like totally insane, stock market go totally crazy? So are the institutions trying to basically trap us now, form a local top, and then just have a strong correction? That is something you got to keep in your mind all the time and not to go all in. So very important to remember this. Just on the back of your mind, don't worry too much. But otherwise, guys, that's it for today for me. So I hope this gave you a little bit more of information. Next video, I'm going to talk more about Solana, Ethereum, to give you more like a daily technical analysis. But just for today, I want to just give you like an overview what I can be thinking right now in terms of where we are in the market. But of course, guys, there's so many altcoins which are going to go crazy. I'm gonna tell them all in the VIP. Is going to be so good because they're going to pump a lot, and we're not going to miss this opportunity. But otherwise, you have a great day, and I'm going to see you tomorrow for another day. Take care and see you soon.